the music gets me. Like, all this music is getting me all the time. I hate them so much. Oh, that's why Mammon was so hostile to her later on. Wow, Mammon is being the smartest one and actually having the longest conversation with Angie here. And she have a breaking voice now. Why we have Kuvadorian now? Why we have the witch music now? Oh my god. I already hear the song. I know where it is. I know where it is in the timeline. Hello and welcome, Pocket Watch here, and it's about time for another episode of Umineko. So yeah, it's time. It's time for another episode. I hope for happy times once again. Because I was not sure if I will be recording today anything, because I feel kinda down and I've seen like some depressing videos and stuff. Whatever. Anyway, yeah, Umineko is like in like last 2 episodes or so the happiest series I have on the channel. Yeah, that's weird, but it was amazing and that was like happy times. So I hope in this episode we'll have also like Sisters of Purgatory, maybe cheering up on Angie while she's struggling in her school life or something. I don't know, maybe this episode will be happy. We'll see, we'll see. Let's just go to the episode and let's see how it goes. Shall we? Okay, we're starting with sad music, but we have Sisters of Purgatory, we and Sakutaro and Maria, so this is going to be a happy episode, definitely. I mean, it's pretty sad for now, but it had to be happy, right? The class committee went to the student council and applied to use a classroom during lunch and after school. The purpose of use was for a class study group. A wonderful little gathering, so that they could all surround me and make me study. I'm so grateful I could cry. What is this soundtrack? What's the name of this soundtrack? This is amazing! Which meant that every day, all of my lunch and 3 hours of my afternoon would be stolen. The Academy and its student council, with its team of student self-government, instantly approved of this pleasant activity that the students were taking up of their own initiative. In other words, I was no longer able to escape after school by leaving the classroom. Also, let me fix a little bit my monitor, because I cannot read anything like that. I mean, I can, but that's uncomfortable. Okay. After school, the first class study group meeting started right away. Would I open a textbook? They then kindly and carefully explain, so that even I could understand it? Of course it didn't turn out to be like such a naive illusion. Okay, is my like headphones are doing some weird shit, or the soundtrack have some kind of like rain? Oh, it stopped. Oh, it started again. Okay, this is music. It sounds like a rain. After school in the classroom, dozens of my classmates crawled around my desk. First, before we started studying, why were my grades so bad? What was the reason? They decided that we couldn't start until I could clearly answer those questions, become aware of the problem, and show regret for my actions. That sucks. Of course, there's no way for me to respond when asked a question like that. They've looked at me all this time, and they've rejected me and kept me at a distance, preventing me from joining in their own community. So I have avoided their community myself. There shouldn't have been any conflict for either of us that way. So even in this group that was enthusiastic about rising the class average, they obviously kept me at a distance. Even if I tried to join in, they would probably ignore me, like they always did in the past.
言ってくれれば私たちいくらでも教えてあげたよ。ねえ。ねえ。
They were getting themselves all worked up. I've already had enough of the hypocrisy of their tacked on excuses.
後宮さんの悪いところはね、協調性がないところなのよ。自分さえ良ければいいって思ってる。その考えがいけないのよ。
セールチーヤの学び屋に集う者は協調の心を持つように。ちゃんと生徒手帳にも明記されてましてよ。協調性があればクラス全体に貢献するために一緒にお勉強しようという意志も生まれると思うの。
Oh, fuck you.
そここそが後宮さんにお勉強以前に欠けている部分だと思うんだけど、どう思うかしら？
I hate this classroom.
ねえ、さっきから私たちの話を聞いてる？あなたのために私たちはわざわざ放課後に残ってこうしてお話ししているのよ。
Yeah, sure. Piece of shit. I'm so grateful I could cry. Of course, they didn't like it. This way, let's almost make it look like we are bullying you, they reprimanded me. Fortunately, I'm normally all cried out anyway. If I'm told not to cry, I can hold it back. First, I was made to write a letter of remorse and read it out loud. Of course, this was to be done by the day. This is like straightforward like bullying. Like, what the fuck? The class committee politely applied to the student council and the staff room for an extension on the use of this classroom. It seems it was accepted right away, which means that starting now, I'll be forced into self-criticism for at least a full 5 hours here. Ushirmiya Angie got a low score on her test and caused trouble for her classmates.
違うでしょ？
成績が低くて迷惑をかけたってのは根本じゃないでしょ？
What the fuck?
協調性でしょ？協調性。
もうなんで後宮さんの反省文の書き方まで私たちが指導しなくちゃならないのよ。
Their abusive jeers flew about one after another. That's not happy episode actually. I followed their directions and resisted. Ushirmiya Angie didn't have a cooperative attitude and caused trouble for her classmates.
ねえ、ちょっと私たちが言ったのをそのまま書いても意味ないのよ。
あんた反省って意味分かってんの？
自分の言葉で書かなくちゃ意味がないじゃない。自分の言葉で書かなくちゃ。
Yeah, she don't regret anything, so just don't write it.
後宮さんってちょっと不思議な子だなって思ってたけど、やっぱり変わってるよね。
Of course she's writing whatever you tell her. Just like, you should like, just go away. Even following their directions didn't change the cheers much, and now it felt like they were mocking me even more. So for several more hours, without rest, without even being allowed to go to the bathroom, much less diner, I was continuously abused. I was coerced into writing a paragraph that humiliated myself. I hate them. I hate this class. I hate them so much. Oh, and we have the soundtrack. That's the beautiful one that I think YouTube hates, but I love it. At about 9 that night, I was told to stand up and read it aloud. The contents were smeared black with tears and eraser marks. It certainly was my handwriting, but it was like a list of soulless letters whose contents I couldn't even remember. I have chills. Everything had been copied down according to their orders. So while I had been the one to write the letters, they weren't my words. I'd been concerned into writing them down, and even corset into reading them aloud. Even after all this time, I was surprised to learn that, beyond just ignoring people and hiding their feelings, there are other ways to bully people.
ほら早く読み上げなさいよ。後宮さんのためにこれだけの人間がこんなに遅くまで付き合ってるのよ。少しは感謝したら。
そこで感謝の気持ちが湧かないという時点でもう協調性がかけらほどもないのよね。
I hate them. I'm so pissed off.
大丈夫よ後宮さん。これからは私たちがいつも一緒にいてあげるから。一緒にお勉強して生まれ変わりましょう。ね
I'm so pissed on them. Oh my god, I'm so pissed. As I stood by my seat, surrounded by them, I dropped my gaze towards the blackened page. And then, I spoke those humiliating words. But right away, jeers flew at me, saying that they couldn't hear and to speak up. Fuck you, like seriously. And this music is still playing. Fuck. I can't read it. I had no idea that being forced to read the paragraph humiliating me would be so painful. Oh. And you have tears. My throat shook. My fingertips shook. The paragraph of humiliation, written in my own handwriting, made my eyes burn with a hot liquid. So my world blurred and twisted. I saw the girls surrounding me twist and bend. I saw them twist and bend into the impression I had of them. In other words, that was my true field of vision. Beyond that twisted crowd of people, I could see my friends. Compassion could be seen in all of their eyes. Marionette and Sakutaro were looking at me with sad eyes. Probably because they realized that even cheap words of compassion would hurt me. They kept alternating between trying to say something and hanging their heads. Yeah, one of the youngest is the most energetic one.
最低のやつら。腹渡が煮えくり返るわよ。園児様を寄ってたかってなぶり者にして何が楽しいわけ？
妬ましくても吐き出せないエンサー。誰でもいいのよ。吐き出せればね。最低のやつら。園児様、ここはご自身の名誉のために怒り狂うことが許される場面です。怒りは正当な感情で正当な反応。ここで怒らなかったらどこで怒るんですか？
That's true. Oh my god, I cannot believe that we have like good advice from Sisters of Purgatory and we have like actual character development for them. I just still cannot believe that.
やめなさいよ。安っぽく園児様を怒らせないで。それができたらもうやってるわよ、園児様は。
怒って状況が改善できるならそうすべきだ。だが客観的に判断してそれはますますに状況を悪化させるだけだろう。屈辱的だが今は耐えるのが賢明だ。
What the fuck, Mamon?
さすがベルフェネーは代打やってます。ふざけないでよ。私は耐えられない。こいつらが許せない。
Look at Mamon.
みんな騒がないで。エンジェの負担になっちゃうよ。負担？何言ってんのよ。ここは騒ぐところでしょ。私たち家具は主が侮辱されているのを見て冷静でいられるほど残酷じゃない。エンジ様、そんな侮辱の文章を読む義務はありません。怒りの声を上げられないなら、せめてその屈辱の文面を床に叩きつけて。口汚く罵らなくていい。のけぞらせるほどの大声を上げなくていい。ただ渾身の力でそのノートを床に叩きつけて、それだけのことでエンジ様は強い意志を示すことができる。
This music is always getting me, even though like the dialogue is not that sad right now. The music gets me, like all this music is getting me all the time. Because I remember the stuff from the before.
勝手なことを言わないで。言ってるでしょ。それができるもんならエンジ様だってとっくにやってる。
一時の感情の爆発は何も解決しない。むしろエンジェ様に対する風当たりを悪くするだけだとなぜわからん。
エンジ様は悪くないのに、なんでこんな目に遭うの？
夕飯も食べさせてもらえないで放課後からずっとこんななんて嫌。
I hate it too, but
今夜だけじゃないわ。今日も明日も明後日も。いい加減にしてこんな屈辱耐えられない。ねえ、私たちの話本当に聞こえてる？
snap to reality. Someone tugged at my hair. I was torn back into my tragic reality. I was no longer even permitted to listen to the Seven Sisters speaking on my behalf in my heart. My hair was lifted upwards. One of my hair ornaments came off, but I could hear the sound of it rolling on the ground. No one picked it up. To the contrary, they casually avoided it, as though something filthy was rolling towards them. I tried to follow it with my eyes, but my hair was toggled upwards again. I hate them so much!
なんで私たちがこんなに真剣に話してるのにいつも聞いてないわけ？
I'm literally getting furious here. What the fuck?
右の耳から左の耳ってやつ？それとも馬の耳に念仏かしら？あんたいい加減にしてよね。
Just slap this bitch. Whoever is talking to you.
私たち全員に迷惑かけてるって自覚本気であるの？私たちに言われてるからいやいや書いたとか言い出すんじゃないでしょうね。
Of course!
あんたが本当
I
に
will.
自分の意思で反省できるまでマジで終わんないからね。今日だけじゃないよ。明日も明後日もマジで続くからね。
Wow.
あんまり舐めてんじゃないわよ。つうかさ、なんでまだ生きてんの？生きてられる？普通。私なら死んじゃうね。
Oh. Oh. I'm so pissed. I'm so pissed.
生きてられないよね。だってさ、生きてるだけで迷惑かけてるだけでしょ。私だったら絶対に生きてられない。
Pieces of shit, like what the
私だったら
fuck?
死ぬね。その方が世の中のためになるならすぐにでも死んじゃうよ。ねえ。
じゃあ死んでよ。
Oh wow. Wow, what an answer. What an answer.
エンジ様、
こいつら全員今すぐ殺してよ、あんたたち。ルシファー、聞こえた？あんたたち煉獄の七姉妹は人間なんかあっという間に皆殺しにできるすごい核なんでしょ？あんたらいつも私にそう自慢していたわ。
いつらを皆殺しにして、今すぐこの場で。
Wow, Angie just broke, like, holy shit.
それは
For some reason, Lucifer hesitated.
なんで？どうしてよ。目にも止まらぬ速度で飛び回って魔女の敵の心臓を即座に貫く必殺の家具でしょ。そしてそれを主である私が命じてる。今すぐ実行しなさい。殺して。
Wow, the voice acting here.
こいつらをみんな殺せ。
Wow, that scream.
エンジェ様、どうか落ち着いて。
If they had immediately followed my brutal order, making heaps of corpses with me at the center, I was ready to reflect on my own recklessness action of stealing human lives so readily, ready to regret and repent, just as they had wanted me to. I was prepared to do that. And yet Lucifer just let an unsure expression rise to her face, and didn't move to carry out my order. I knew it. Yeah, I knew it. Vaguely? No, that's not right. I've known from the beginning. I've known that magic was all empty this whole time, haven't I? Wow. Wow. The only thing that kept her, like, happy just broke down with this. Thank God music stopped. Oh my God.
何が煉獄の七姉妹よ。くだらない。くだらない。
That's why she stopped learning magic.
私、最初から知ってたんだから。エンジェ様。
I glared into the worthless Lucifer eyes. Oh wow, worthless. And pain seems to accompany that gaze, as though she was being assaulted with a violent headache. Lucifer grabbed her head in both arms, but it looked like she couldn't tear her eyes off my gaze, so she was assaulted by pain that grew more and more violent. What the fuck? Oh. Oh, that's why Mammon was so hostile to her later on. She literally killed all the sisters by herself. What the fuck? Uh...
役立たずが、役立たずが。あんたなんて大嫌い。消えてしまえ。あんたなんて所詮私の中の妄想じゃない。
Nothing but a delusion. What I said so many times before. Helplessness and disappointment. Resignation and the dream's end. A cracking sound, like you'd heard from a frozen lake surrounding during a fierce winter, rang out just once. At the same time, Lucifer's form, which was being tormented by the violent pain, stiffened into place and grew cloudy. It was almost as though a beautifully polished glass window had been heartlessly smashed and turned into a white from the countless fissures. And that was an accurate analogy. At some point, Lucifer's form had turned into a glass ornament of the same shape. And she's gone. Countless fissures ran through it from the inside, and as the head and arms collapsed, it crumbled to the floor. What the fuck? Oh wow, what is this soundtrack? This is something I would hear in Sayonota. Like literally, it's so fitting.
失
知女は誰？
Oh shit! She's... Oh!
レビアタン？私の命令を実行して今すぐにこいつらを皆殺しに
She's
して。
going to ask each of them the same.
その返事様
Okay, I'm in shock actually right now. Holy shit!
どうかお気を沈めてお聞きください。私たちはその
Dead. Okay, this is violent. I'm not looking for excuses or backtalk or any answer. I want nothing more than a swift confirmation of my order to eradicate the girls who are humiliating me. If you're going to say anything else, there's no need for me to listen until the end. What the fuck? Okay, I'm scared of Angie now. After Leviathan also turned white due to countless cracks throughout her whole body, she fell over backwards, splitting into separate parts along her neck, hips and arms. If she'd been smashed into the bits and lost her original form, it probably would have seemed so brutal. So seeing the two of them halfway left over made the remaining younger sister shake even harder.
どうして私の命令を聞いてくれないの？どうして？どうしてよ！
恐れながら現在のこの場は反魔法力が非常に強く
Okay.
何よそれ？人間がいるからダメってどういう理屈？人間を殺すのがあんたたちの役目でしょ？それができないならあんたたちは何のための家具なのよ！
Shit. And imagine that she had such a happy times with her. And with like every single one of them. Just until now. What the hell? She's literally killing her only friends that she had so far. What the actual fuck? What's going to be Maria's answer? What Maria's going to do? She's watching this and she's doing nothing. I mean, she probably is also imaginary, but still. As she clashed her head with both arms, Satan also turned white and fell down face first. Apparently the neck is the most slender part after all. Her head slid off and rolled over to Belphegor's feet.
人間が多いからダメなの？じゃあ私が後でこいつらを一人ずつ物陰に呼び出せたなら、あんたたちはきっちり全員を血祭りにできるというの？
現在のエンジェ様の魔力では私たちと会話する程度はたやすいでしょう。しかしこの場にいる全ての人間の前で権限するにはまだまだ魔力の連成が足りません。
Oh, so like in the form that actually can harm someone.
お怒りは深く理解できますが、たとえ我らを攻撃に使えたとしてもこの場の全員を殺害することはかえって状況を悪くするだけです。屈辱的とは思いますが、どうかこの場は怒りを収められて。
Dead.
後の3人も同じ答えなの？反魔法力が高いからできないっていう？私に魔力が足りないからできないっていう？なら全員を殺せとは言わないわ。たった一人でいいから殺してみなさいよ。今すぐこの場で。
As Asmodeus and Beelzebub held each other, they crashed down, cringing in fear under my glare. If they'd been able to obey my order, they probably would have carried it out immediately. And yet, here they were, crouching down, empty, sad, and pathetic. That's right, I know. Those girls can't even touch reality with one of their fingers. What the fuck? They have actual personalities. I cannot believe that. I don't wanna die.
死になさいよ、使えない家具。どうして生きてるの、あんたたち。生きてる価値がないのに、なんで生きてるわけ？
What is this shit? Wow, she's saying them exactly the same thing that she just heard from the girls.
死ねばいいじゃん。死になさいよ。というかむしろ死ね。
What the shit?
使い道のない家具を置いとくバカがいると思う？
Oh. Mom on herself.
何？マモン。あなただけは私の命令を遂行してくれるの？そうよね。私の一番のお友達だもんね。
Shit. She still thinks of them as a friend and still killing them. What the hell?
あなただけはやってくれるわよね。こいつらを。
今の園児様には私たちを刺激しても人殺しはできません。主にできることを手伝うのが家具の役目。
To help things, yep. This is basically explanation of like how stakes works and the magic. Like, literally murders are not carried by them. It's like carried actually by a person and they just like tools. Or some imaginary stuff that's just trying to throw us.
主にすらできないことを私たちにはすることができない。
Yeah.
園児様はこいつらが憎いですか？憎いですよね。殺したくなる気持ちよくわかります。ええ、どうぞ。ならば殺しましょうよ、園児様。
Yeah.
園児様自らがその手を血に染めるならば、我ら煉獄の七姉妹どこまでもお供しましょうとも。どこまでも。
You must be ready for what you're asking, huh?
私にできないからあんたたちに頼んでるんでしょ。
Fuck. That's the point.
私にできないことをできるからあんたたちは家具なんでしょ。
Not really.
ええ、家具です。使われてこそ家具です。どうぞ我らを使って殺してください。殺すのはあなたです、園児様。園児様が殺したいというならどうぞご自由に。ためらうことはありません。どうぞ今すぐにそれを実行。
Wow, Mammon is being the smartest one and actually having the longest conversation with Angie here.
そこまでの覚悟が伴って初めて。自らの手を汚す覚悟があって初めて。でも園児様はそれに至っていないんです。
Wow.
語るな家具が。
Angie is crazy.
妄想が。もう分かってるわよ。皆まで言わせないでよ。あんたたちには何もできない。あんたたちは所詮私の妄想。
Wow, she's getting like back to reality basically.
私には
初めから友達なんて一人もいないわ。孤独な私が心の中に生み出したお友達ごっこの幻影でしょ。知ってたのよ、最初から。
Wow, and even Mammon is like crazy now. What is this episode?
へえ、そうですよ。
Wow, she's confronting Angie like that.
エンジ様の頭の中の幻想ですけど何か？はい、そうです。私たちは友達のただ一人もいやしない。
Wow, I've posted meme about this. Imaginary friends on Discord.
寂しい寂しいエンジ様の心を慰めるためだけに生み出されたお友達ごっこの脳内妄想ですが何か？見たければ現実を見るといい。私たちなんか見ないで、あそこで囲まれて罵声を浴びせられているあなたに戻るといい。
Wow.
ほらほら戻りなさいよ。おかわりなさいな現実に。都合のいい時だけ私たちを呼び出してお友達ごっこで自分の手を汚す覚悟もないくせにそれをけしかけダメと分かったら否定して消し去る。ええ、どうぞお楽しみくださいよ。エンジェ様が期待されるような苦悶の声と悲鳴を上げて退場しますとも。
Wow.
エンジェ様がたった今浴びせられている罵声を私たちにも同じように浴びせかけて胸の内を
Yeah,
ス
she's
ー
doing
ッとさ
exactly
せれば
the
いい
same
です。
they did to her.
それもまた家具の役目。ムカついて床に叩きつけられることもまた椅子の大事なお役目ですから。その程度のことで主の不機嫌を一時でも受け止められたなら家具としてこれほどの栄誉はありません。殺しなさいよ、否定しなさいよ、あなたの最初で最後の友達を。
First and final friend. What a line. At the end, Mammon had a mocking expression on her face. But for some reason, it looked splashed with tears. Mammon, Beelzebub and Asmodeus were smashed and fell to the floor. What an episode! What is this?
こっちへおいで作太郎。今の演者は少し冷静じゃないだけ。
You think so?
だから近寄っちゃダメだよ。みんなは
Dead.
七姉妹のみんなは生きてるの？死んじゃったの？大丈夫だよ。とても無残な姿だけど、あれは人間界を強制退去させられて残されたよりしろの残滓。抜け殻だよ。だから大丈夫。とても傷ついただろうけど、無事だよ。みんな生きてるよ。きっといつかまた会えるよ。ウリュ、よかった。よかった。エンジェはマリアージュ・ソルシエールの条約に違反した。
In what way? Killing your own furniture, basically?
同盟の魔女はお互いを敬い認め合わなくちゃならないのに。
Must respect and accept. Oh, okay, yeah. So attacking your own furniture is actually not in the respect. But I have a question about this. Like, this marriage sorcier, isn't Beato in this? Was Ivatris in this as well? And the Chester sisters? I mean, we had Chester sisters killing Beato. That's violation of rules, right? But on the other hand, that was all the illusion of the episode 3, so I guess that's like whatever and contradiction that's like doesn't make any don't hold like any true value, because that was like just one big illusion. So the rules don't apply there, I guess. Was there like any other situation where witch attacked witch or furniture? I don't think so. Yeah.
みんな演者の大切なお友達だったのに。
そんな魔女の同盟なんて関係ない。魔法のお友達？いい加減にして。私が殺したわ。消し去った。私が七姉妹を砕け散らせた。
ウリュ、そんなのひどいよ。ひどいよ。
もう魔女ごっこはいい加減にして。
We are playing music again. Why? Stop.
お願いだから。
And she have a breaking voice now.
マリアお姉ちゃんもサクタロも自ら消えてほしい。
So I don't have to kill you, huh?
私が殺して消したなんて妄想の中ですらしたくないから。
僕たちは妄想なんかじゃないよ。ヘンジェのお友達だよ。ウリュ。
Sakutaro said that as he hid behind Marione-chan, sobbing. Sakutaro doesn't exist. Sakutaro is also an imaginary creature One-chan created to distract herself from her loneliness. Oh, he's cracking.
痛い。痛いよ。マリア。なんでウリュ。やめて。私のお友達を否定することだけは許さない。
The same power that had smashed the Seven Sisters was probably eating into Sakutaro as well. But Marione-chan was apparently protecting him with some other power. So Sakutaro form didn't break and scatter. One-chan glared at me sharply. It was a serious expression that I'd never seen before.
サクタロは私の家具。エンジェには消せないよ。なのに否定しようとするのは魔女にとって最大級の侮蔑も同じだよ。
サクタロなんて最初から存在しないわ。ただのライオンのぬいぐるみ。それをお姉ちゃんがあたかも存在するかのように脳内で妄想して人格化したただの幻なのよ。
そんなことないよ。サクタロはマリアのお友達なの。
Wow.
元はぬいぐるみだけど今はぬいぐるみじゃないの。
いいえ、ぬいぐるみだわ。布と綿でできたぬいぐるみ。自ら喋れも動きもしない。お姉ちゃんはそれを腹話術みたいにして喋ってるだけじゃない。
Wow, I said that like episodes ago when we had the first time Sakutaro. That she's like just like talking with his voice, like ventriloquist. Wow.
それが魔法？それが魔女？
Yep, that's like how you deny magic. That's how you deny it. It's all the illusion. We knew it. We knew it for many episodes now.
それが友達？そんなの私は認めないわ。
ウリュ。僕じゃないの。僕は
He's
ただのぬ
disappearing.
いぐるみで本当は喋れなくてマリアの
He's stopping to believing in himself.
お友達じゃないの。リュウ。
As though struck with a high feather, Sakutaro weakened bit by bit. As he clung to One-chan's body, he did all he could to continue standing. But his body began to gradually slip down. As he did, One-chan held him, yelling at me as tears streamed down her face. What is this? What is this place? Oh, there's a fence. This is Kuvadorian. Why we have Kuvadorian now?
マリアお姉ちゃん変なの。
This is different voice.
サク太郎なんかいないよ。
This sounds like small Maria, small Angie.
ぬいぐるみはぬいぐるみだもん。布と綿でできてるってママに習ったもん。
Did Angie and Maria met at some point at Kuvadorian when they were like little kids? I mean, Maria is still a kid, but when Angie was like
歩いたり喋ったりなんかできるわけないよ。
maybe on previous family conference.
無理。サク太郎。
Oh.
サク太郎。ぬいぐるみじゃないもん。ぬいぐるみじゃないもん。友達だもん。
She just remembering the stuff that happened in Kuvadorian when they met, probably. This is happening all over again. But that means Angie knows about Kuvadorian. And Maria knows exactly where it is as well.
ぬいぐるみ遊びなんかよりみんなでお外で遊ぶ方がいい。ぬいぐるみもう飽きた。
Wow, what a contrast. Holy shit. Angie's talking about playing with friends when Maria don't have any friend. Because they moved and she's so weird. And then later on we are like total opposite. Maria have a lot of friends, imaginary, but still a lot of friends. She's happy. And Angie have no friends and she's like in despair. Their roles are just like flipped over. It's like destined to the older one being more sad. What the fuck?
なんでそんなこと言うの。嫌い嫌い嫌い嫌い。大嫌い。絶好だ絶好だ。もう魔女の仲間になんか入れてあげない。原初の魔女見習いマリアの名において。魔女見習いエンジェをマリアージュ・ソルシエール魔女同盟より署名とする。
Wow. And then, what had been peaceful days to me became a daydream and ended. By now it's impossible to prove. No one can verify whether that really was magic or whether those really were my friends. Or else nothing more than a daydream. I, the sole observer, concluded that they were a daydream. So that became the truth. Perhaps, in the further future, I will observe it again. And when that happens, maybe I will acknowledge that it wasn't a dream. That the 7 sisters really were my friends. And that along with Marionette-chan and Sakutaro, they did everything they could for me in my isolation. Something so vague is neither the truth nor an illusion. Maybe the reality here is now the only world with the real me. Where is the real me? The person standing amidst the girl's exposed wreckage that resembles broken glass sculptures. The girl who's breathing harshly, her shoulder heaving, isn't me. I'm over here, over there. The me, that's surrounded by the crowd and being showered by cheers, and whose handed her eyes red. Isn't the me over there the real me? I won't dream anymore, because there's nowhere left to run. I'm going back. I will return myself to the cage made of flesh. Wait, that's what Beatrice said, but I not like return, but she wanted to escape the cage of flesh.
ねえ、話聞こえてますかしら?
So I guess cage of flesh is just the analogy to like getting back to reality, like to stop believing magic and to like stop like doing childish stuff and just going back to reality. So maybe Beato wanted to like escape from harsh reality, actually. Escape the flesh. And just be happy. Because she was like in prison in the Kuvadorian.
いつまでもうつむいていても何の解決にもなりませんわよ。聞こえてるわ。
ああ、やっと返事した。このまま黙ってれば終わるとか、泣けば許してもらえるとか、そういうこと考えてるんじゃないの？あんた、自覚あるかって聞いてるのよ。自分が周りに迷惑かけてるって自覚があるのかって聞いてんのよ。
I slowly nodded. I acknowledged it. I acknowledged that I had slipped into the world of my daydream, trying to remain separate from the others in my class. Why we have the witch music now? What is this episode? We had this when Eva trees became Eva trees. What the fuck? To separate myself from the disgrace, those sisters who spoke to me with reliable and kind words, despite being totally unable to help when I really wanted them to, I acknowledge that.
私、後ろ宮エンジェは協調性がなくてクラスメートに迷惑をかけました。それは勉強ができないためクラスメート全体に対し過度の劣等感を持っていたからに他なりません。私は生きてても仕方ありません。
Starting there, I was no longer reading the paragraph that made me write. It was me improvising. And it was all, and it was what was in my heart. They noticed that it wasn't that they anticipated. But while they did frown, no one spoke. So I continued.
そうです。私は生きてても仕方がなかった。1986年のあの日に私も連れて行ってもらうはずだったんです。
I should have... Oh, me, okay.
なのに私だけが連れて行ってもらえなかった。
Yeah, you was ill back then.
どうしてここは私のいる世界じゃない。誰も助けてくれません。一時私の中に生まれた架空の友人たちだけが私を助けてくれるような気がしていました。でも友人たちは所詮は妄想で、だってここは妄想の世界じゃなくて現実の世界だから。だからつまり私は今日までずっと現実のクラスメートを嫌い、妄想の友人たちとの交流の中だけに生きた。その友人たちとはさっき決別しました。だから私はここにいます。家族もいません。 友人も捨てました。もう私には何も残っていません。どうして死なないの？さっきそう聞いた人がいました。その通りだと思います。どうして私は生きてるんでしょう。1986年に私は、いえ、きっと死んだんです。なのに私の殺された魂は未だにこの肉の檻に閉じ込められている。
What is going on?
だから誰かに求めよう。それに誰も答えてくれないなら自分でしよう。
What the fuck?
誰か私を死なせてください。
I spoke that sentence and looked around. Dumbfounded girls. Shocked girls. Girls whose faces seems to be saying, what the hell? What the heck is this kid talking about? And a bit late, more and more girls with faces said, is this girl alright? And then, when I ordered the friends in my daydream to kill, they couldn't do it. And so, I asked the real humans to kill me. But of course, those girls can't do it either. In other words, both daydream and reality is the same. Doesn't this mean that, including this world, absolutely everything is a daydream? Then there's no problem, right? After all, on the day when I lost my family, I was already dead. Everything that happened afterwards is going on in my head. My life flashing before my eyes. After I failed to die. Once I understood that, it felt like the scenery surrounding me began to twist and bend slightly. Yeah, I finally wake up. I'll be released from this daydream world. I feel my consciousness sliding away. That's alright. Fade farther and farther away, and take me to my family. Then no matter what happens in this twisted stale world, I won't mind it at all. I saw the crowd get pushed aside as a teacher stepped in. Perhaps the teacher, doing the rounds, happened to notice a strange disturbance. The teacher was vigorously shouting something, moving to protect me. Watching that, I knew that an ally had appeared for me, even if there was only one. And I felt my awareness return, very slightly. The only ones who can save me in this world of reality are real humans. Never again. Never again will I seek rescue from daydreams. This is the world of humans. Nothing can save a human. Except other humans. I have literally chills this whole episode, what the fuck.
そうだね。エンジェがそう思ったなら、それがエンジェの世界。
エンジェはこれで幸せになれる？
エンジェがそれでしか幸せになれないと信じたなら、もうそれしかない。カゴの中にいる青い鳥をそうだと認められないなら、どこまでも探しに行かざるを得ない。
ウリュウ、マリアとエンジェはもう絶好なの？
絶好なんかじゃないよ。エンジェがそれを求めたからそうしただけ。私たち魔女は時に迫害を受けるけれども、でも常にみんなの身近にある。
By everyone's sides, huh?
そしてきっとその助けを求められる。
エンジェもまた僕たちと遊んでくれる日が来る？
It definitely happened later on. She managed to summon like half of them.
来ないで、そのまま忘れてしまうこともあるかもしれない。人の世ではそれを成長や決別と呼ぶから。 でも
If Angie just remembers, we will always be by her side. And until then, we'll be waiting. Wow. And the chapter just ended. Oh my god, the next episode is... Oh my god. I already hear the song. Next episode... I'm going to... Oh my god, I don't know if I should end the episode or not. I'm in the mood for reading. I will continue. I will find another place to end the episode. I will continue this. Let's go.
マリア返事して
It's again backstory when Maria was alone. And she was just crying.
ウリュ
And there's a real form of Sakutaro.
やっぱり僕はぬいぐるみなの布と綿でできてるから喋れるわけないのだからマリアとはおしゃべりできないの
Sakutaro looked up at Maria suddenly. Maria's face was covered with tears, and it looked as though it had even lost all traces of sadness.
聞こえてるよサクタロウサクタロウは布と綿でできたぬいぐるみなんかじゃないよマリアのお友達だよ
When is this happening on the timeline?
変じゃなんか嫌い
This is... Why? What? When is this happening? Why? How? Where? What the fuck? This is after the things we just had, but this is also a backstory from when Maria was alone and Rosa was in work and stuff. What the fuck? Timeline is confusing me.
ウリュマリアごめんね
I should not think about. I should not think about the timelines. I think timeline is for way later on. By the way, I'm almost ready to present my theory about episode 2, mystery primes, basically. Like in the episode 1 I did, then I almost ready for episode 2. I think I need one more day on working on this, but yeah, I need to find time for that. But yeah, I'm almost ready.
ウリ
Sakutaro regretted doing that. By freezing her heart, Mara had finally been able to escape from her sadness. By speaking up and calling her back, he would cause her to be overwhelmed with sadness again. Oh. Sakutaro tried hugging Maria, letting go of her, and gathering her, uneasy, lost as to how he could bring Maria's spirits up. He might have looked a little humorous doing that. In the end, that was enough to distract Maria from sadness.
ごめんねもう泣いても仕方ないもんねエンジェとは喧嘩しちゃったけど
Oh!
マリアにはまだたくさん友
I
達がい
know
る
where it is! I know where it is in the timeline! So this is after the... after the conference. When Maria and Angie... met. What we had in the backstory. That's why she's saying this stuff. Because they got in the argument basically there. I see, okay. Makes
僕だけ
sense.
じゃないみんなもいるよサクスケもサク吉も動物の音楽隊も他にも
Maria looked at the many stuffed animals around her pillow, which were gathered together as though they were having an idle chat.
みんなマリアのこと心配してるよ
どうしたらマリアが元気になってくれるかなってずっと相談しているよ。
みんなはエンジェみたいにいなくならない？
ならないよ。僕たちはいつだって一緒だよ。
本当に
Unless you grow up.
サク太郎たちは家でしか一緒じゃないよ。ママと一緒にお出かけできないし、学校にも一緒に行けないよ。
僕たちは学校に行っちゃいけないから、先生に見つかったら怒られちゃうもん。でも見つからないならいつだって一緒にいていいんだよ。
サク太郎、大きいから見つかっちゃうね。
だったら小さくて持ち歩ける子と一緒に行けばいいよ。例えばほら、森の音楽隊の仲間たちなら、ほら小さいからマリアのポケットに隠れて一緒に学校に行けるよ。
音楽隊いっぱいいるよ。ポケットに入りきらないよ。
You can take them all. She collected all of the forest bound pieces that were scattered across her bed. There were about as many of them as pieces of chess set, so it would probably be impossible to fit them all in her pocket.
なら特に仲良しのお友達だけを連れて行くといいよ。森の音楽隊の中で一番マリアと仲良しのウサギの4人組を連れてくといいよ。
4つならポケットに入る。これなら見つからないね。
だからマリアはこれで学校でも一人ぼっちじゃないよ。僕が一緒に行けないところでもこの子たちなら一緒にいてくれるよ。
なら寂しくないかも。
Did you hear that? Like Maria's voice is shaking.
お家に帰ってくるまで我慢できるかも。
ママと先生にさえ見つからなければ僕たちはいつだって一緒にいられるんだよ。そしていつまでも一緒にいよう。遊んでいよう。僕たちはマリアを絶対に一人ぼっちになんかさせないから。うりゅう。
Maria's expression finally regained a little of its brightness. That's right. In the beginning, Maria's world didn't have Angie in it. Even without Angie, it was fun with everyone. And yet, strangely enough, it suddenly became sad without Angie, who had come in at the end. All that's happened is that I've returned to the world right before Angie entered it. So there's nothing to be sad about.
寂しくないよ。サク太郎もみんなも一緒だもん。
うりゅう。マリア大好き。
もう人間なんかにマリアの世界には誰も立ち入らせないよ。
She's like total opposite of Angie. Wow.
マリアージュ・ソルシエールはマリアとベアトリーチェだけの二人きりの同盟。
So basically the one that implemented the magic inside of Maria's head is Beatrice, the person she met in Kuvadorian. So she basically told her probably something like, "You're not alone. If you think about this, you have friends. Like, just look around," and stuff like that, you know, something like that. And then she started to imagine stuff, and they like... Basically, Beatrice just made a game with Maria about being witches and everything. So it's all the game. And Maria just took it seriously because she's a kid. And she's looking for happiness. She's like... She just needs that.
もともとベアともエンジェを加えるのには反対してたし、これでいいんだもんね。エンジェはまだ幼すぎたんだよ。
エンジェのことはまた仲良しになれるまで当分を忘れていていいと思うよ。マリアがまた元気を取り戻せたら一緒に遊べばいいよ。それまで僕たちみんながずっとそばにいるからね。 ありがとう、サクタロ。みんな。
Then, Maria once again regained her former world. She regained a world that wasn't lonely, where she was surrounded by many friends. Just like usual, she didn't have any human friends at school, but her magic friends were always with her. The rabbit band she hid in her pockets talked with her during class, sounding like they were having fun. Just listening to that greatly embellished the time she spent in class. Maria made it so that as long as Mama and teacher didn't find out, her other friends could always be with her. When Mama told Maria to go play outside, Maria would secretly pack Sakutaro and Sakusuke and the rest into her bag and play together at the library or somewhere. Even when Mama was late coming home and Maria went shopping for dinner, she always went with Sakutaro. The man at the convenience store and the other people were nice to Sakutaro. He sometimes gave a second portion free for Maria and Sakutaro. When Mama found out, Maria would get trouble for bringing Sakutaro and the rest outside. When the teacher found out, Maria would get in trouble for bringing toys to school. The toxin must be strong in Mama and the teacher. That's why Sakutaro looks like a normal stuffed animal to them. Yeah, that's for sure. I have like literally chills this whole episode. On one hand, I was like all the time, like last episodes, expecting and suspecting like this is not happening real, right? Like this is all delusional. Like this is just like not happening. And just reading this, it's I don't feel like it's confirmation, it's more like the way it's written into the words, it hits really good. It's very well like explained and put into words basically. After all, the convenience store man and the others say hello to Sakutaro. Not all humans are hopeless. There are tons of people who, unlike Angie and Mama and teacher, can say hello to magic friends like I can.
Maria ちゃんかい。いらっしゃい。今夜もママは帰りが遅いのかい？
でもサクタロたちも一緒だから寂しくないのねえサクタロ。ウリュウ、今日はね僕だけじゃないんだよ。他のお友達も一緒なんだよ。
おや、他のお友達かい。今日はどんなお友達が一緒なんだい？
今日はね森の音楽隊のウサギさんたちも一緒。ほらポケットに入ってるの。
Maria began to line up 4 ceramic rabbit dolls on the register. As the owner shop looked at it, smiling, he sent a signal to part-timer with his chin. Then the sign to the other register that said closed was taken down, and the voice called out for everyone to move over there. All of the people in line behind Maria lined up behind that... All of the people in line behind Maria lined up behind that one.
そうかそうか。マリアちゃんにはお友達がいっぱいだね。
Yeah.
ママも早く帰ってきてくれればいいのに。
ママはまたお仕事が忙しくて会社にお泊まりなの。最近はよく忙しくなるの。マリアと電話でお話しする時間も全然取れない。でも寂しくないよ。
I'm glad that Maria have at least like some people that she can like talk like that.
マリアにはサクタロたちがいるもん。
That's good for her. I guess.
ウリュウ、
Still, she have delusions, but yeah.
ウサギの音楽隊のみんなも一緒だもん。ほら、キューキュー。
ウサギの鳴き声ってキューキューだったっけ？はて、そういや聞いたことないな。
After smiling at Sakutaro, who was poking his head out of her knapsack, She played around with the rabbit bent on the register, making them frolic around. Although the shop manager gazed at it pleasantly, he had a slightly pitying look on his face. Yeah. It was apparently a single mother household, where the mother had to work hard and couldn't come home very often. On top of that, it looked like this girl didn't have any friends, as she watched her play around happily with dolls and claimed that she wasn't lonely despite everything. He couldn't help but feel a kind of compassion. And actually, it wasn't limited to him alone. Maria became quite famous in this shopping district. I can imagine, yep.
マリアちゃん、たまにはおでんも食べなさい。卵とか練り物とか食べないと大きくなれないよ。
おお、クリームパンじゃダメ？ウリュウ、いろいろ食べないと大きくなれないよ。今日はおでんにしよう。じゃあおでんにする。
そうしなさい。おじさんが多めに入れておくよ。からしいる？
ウリュウ、辛いのは苦手。
そうかそうか。じゃあこぼさないように持って帰りな。温かいうちが美味しいよ。
ありがとう。
She had planned on getting some sweet pastries for dinner, but since Oden had been recommended to her, she would be having that tonight instead. Letting someone else determine the menu makes for an unexpected and interesting meal. Very often, Maria had to decide what her dinner would be on her own, so it was easy for the menus to get a little one-sided. So it felt fun to have a meal she hadn't anticipated.
ウリュウ、おじさん、おまけしてくれてありがとう。
お家にいる他のお友達にもよろしくね。途中でつまみ食いしちゃダメだよ。まっすぐお家へ帰ってから食べるんだよ。
おじさん、ありがとう。
Maria raised the bag with the Oden container high. And she's going home. Oh, did she like forgot keys probably? That's a big house.
あれ、ウリュウ、どうしたのマリア？ポケットに鍵がない。
Oh, she lost her keys. I think we'll see in the next episode how she goes into the house. Will she like wait outside for her mother? Probably. I don't know. We'll see. That was great episode. That was really great episode. I really like that. Oh, emotions all over the place. I don't know what to think about this. That was just very good episode. I don't have much to comment on this, to be honest. This is just the pure, like, fulfillment of emotions, if you know what I mean. I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you think about this episode. Did you like this episode? Do you think like Angie and Maria just like swapped over their positions basically? Like I said before? I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, that was a very good episode. And I hope I can see you in the next one. So thank you for watching the episode, for being with me, and for the Pocket Watch. It's going out.